Welcome back to Cooking with Mr. and Mrs. T. Before we get started, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, give us those thumbs up, sign up for those post notifications, and keep tuning in when we drop these videos. Today, I'm going to make some sweet and spicy chicken wings, a party favorite. Alright, for this dish, we're going to use our garlic powder, onion powder, all-purpose, some chicken bouillon, some sazon. That's going to be for the seasoning for our chicken. I'm going to use a little bit of cornstarch and some all-purpose flour for our breading. And for our sauce, I'm going to use some honey, some butter, some hot sauce, some garlic salt, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. First things first, make sure you wash and clean your chicken. Nobody wants to eat chicken with feathers. So please wash and clean your chicken. So let's get started on the seasoning. Garlic powder. Also for this recipe, I'm going to season the chicken heavy and I'm not going to season the flour because that's the purpose of the sauce. Onion powder. Just a basic chicken seasoning, nothing fancy. A little bit of all-purpose seasoning. A little bit of chicken bouillon, just to give it that extra little chicken kick. And the whole pack of the sazon. Once you get all that on, you want to take some tongs or your hands, make sure you use gloves, and mix all that well. I'm going to go ahead and mix all this up and come on back. Once your chicken is fully seasoned well and you mix it all up, your wings should look very covered and coated with seasoning on all sides. Next, we're going to get our frying batter together. Again, like I said, I'm not seasoning the flour like I normally would because again, the flavor is going to be in the seasoning that you already have on the chicken, and most of the flavor is going to come from my sauce. So I took a Ziploc bag. You don't want to keep using the same bags over and over again. That's nasty, cross-contamination. I filled it with, not filled it, but I put some all-purpose flour in, and I'm going to take about a tablespoon of cornstarch, and I'm going to add it to the flour. The cornstarch gives it that extra like bite, that extra crunch. You're going to take it, you'll mix it with your hands, mix it up. Outside of the bag, not inside of the bag. Okay. While we do that, you want to cut your oil on. Make sure it's coming up to temp. And then we're going to take our wings and put them in our flour and cornstarch mixture. Alright, we added our wings to our bag. Now let's go ahead and get them nice and coated with flour and our cornstarch. Again, keeping our eye on that oil. Make sure it's good and coated. Okay. Once you get them coated, you want to lift the wings and you want to shake off all the excess flour. Then you're going to take it over to the oil and drop it in the grease. Remember, try not to overcrowd your pans. This is a pretty big pan, so for the most part, I can do this whole batch. Another thing about this recipe, I am not going to fry the wings all the way done. I'm going to pull them out and finish them off in the oven. So now is the time you can go ahead and preset your oven to 375 degrees. So I'm going to get these wings in, get that first hard fry on, and then we'll pull them out and stick them in the oven. Alright guys, we're going to take these out of this grease, set them over there on our baking rack, and then we're going to stick them in the oven for about another 10 minutes. Make sure you get all the oil off. While this is in the oven, we'll go ahead and start making our sauce. Remember, these are not done all the way through, so please, please, please do not try to eat it at this step. Okay, set these guys in the oven, like I said, for about 10-15 minutes. Okay guys, to make our sauce, I'm going to start off with 1 whole stick of butter. That's a half. Let me get that other half. But I want to go ahead and get this melted down, or start melting down. Make sure you watch your temp. You don't want your butter to burn. So let that start melting down. I'm going to get the other half a stick of butter, and add it to the pot. Okay, so now that our other half a stick of butter is in there melting with the first stick of butter, we're going to make sure it's all nice and melted down. Give it a little bit of assistance with a stir. Before you start adding anything else, you want to make sure it's good and melted down. All the way down. We're almost there. One trick that I learned when making sauces for wings is when anytime you want to add the honey to the sauce, take it off the heat. For some reason it doesn't turn out as well when you add the honey while it's on the heat. So we're going to take the pot off when we get to that step. So now that our butter's all melted down, we're going to go ahead and add a few splashes of hot sauce. You want it sweet and spicy, but not super spicy. You're going to add a little bit, just a few dashes of cayenne pepper. Few. Again, you want it a little bit of heat, but you don't want inferno heat. Let that incorporate in that butter good. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic salt. Just a few dashes. That's about it. Now, just swirl it around good. Make sure everything's all mixed up. Now, we're going to cut the heat off. Take our pot, move it off direct heat, and then we're going to add our honey. Make sure when making this sauce that you give it a taste so you don't have it overly sweet and overly spicy. So I'm just going to eyeball it here with my honey. Again, mixing it up off the heat. Mix it up good. You can also add red chili flakes if you want. I don't want to go that route. That might be just a little too spicy for me. But that's basically it. I'm going to add I may add a little bit of parsley just to dress it up a little bit, but that's basically the sauce, guys. It's real smooth and real simple. Alright guys, our wings are nice and golden brown and crispy and done. We're going to take them out. While still hot, let's go ahead and take our tossing bowl here. Pop those boys right on off of there. See how they look? We're gonna grab that sauce we made and pour all over those wings. I added just a little bit of parsley for a pop of color. And now let's mix those all up together. Make sure each wing is covered and coated real good. Give you almost that sticky consistency. And now let's plate. Alright guys, there you have it. Your sweet and spicy wings. Make sure you guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. Pay attention to that post notification bell for when we post our videos. Continue commenting and letting us know how your recipes turned out. And we'll hit you guys on the next one.